So I'm Dr. Rita Mcguire, and I am the Chief Medical Advisor for Wakanna for Life. So tonight we're going to talk CBD oil dosage. We're going to talk about each one of our products. We're going to really dissect really how you help your customer, your consumer, really start the product and how products to them, and how we can talk about all sorts of different methods of consuming CBD. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, truly have been using CBD oils and products in my practice for the last 2 years, and really have seen a dramatic decrease in patients in really having that freedom to come off a lot of medication that they're on. So we'll start out with our disclaimer. These statements have not been approved by the FDA. Our products should not be used to treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose your condition. If you're nursing, pregnant, on medication, or under a doctor's care, always consult with your physician prior to consuming any nutritional supplements. So the first question is, how much CBD oil should I take? I got about 5 or 6 calls today, really helping our sales affiliates to figure out which dosage they really recommend for their clients. Rule number 1, there really is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to determining the right CBD dosage. The effective dose for each person truly is different based on your body chemistry, the severity of concern, your weight, the concentration of the product, etc. So 1 or 2 drops may be effective for me, but for someone like Tracy Bolt, she may need several drops of the same product. Rule number 2, I always start my patients low and I start them slow. That means that I gradually increase the dosage over time until I get the desired result for that person. So patience truly is the key. While some people get results immediately, most report not seeing results for weeks or even months. So this presentation will guide you on how to start and find your personal, what we call sweet spot dosage. But know that it will likely take some time and patience and really experimenting with the dosage until you find the best one for you. So what are the steps to finding your sweet spot? Well, first you need to decide how you want to take your CBD. There's different ways of consuming CBD. One way is using a CBD oil drop that you place under your tongue and allow that oil to absorb directly into your bloodstream. This really is the most popular way that people take CBD. Another way is vaping. It's the second most popular way of consuming CBD. It's really preferred by those who are really looking for a quick relief from anxiety, panic attacks, and even migraine. Other popular methods include oral capsules, gummies, topicals, and transdermals. Those are what are typically applied to the skin. So the next slide shows the importance of placing the oil underneath the tongue and the floor of the mouth so it can be absorbed in the bloodstream. It's important to hold the oil for 60 seconds. So by the time you swallow, there should be little oil left because it is already consumed, absorbed. Another very popular method is topicals. In fact, at Wakanna has a topical cream called Power Relief, and it contains CBD with 0.3% of THC. It contains other essential oils like eucalyptus, cinnamon, peppermint, spearmint seed, and menthol oil. It's an amazing product. You just need a little to place on the area of relief. I work that every day, and I tell you, today I think I opened it, and my biceps were so sore. I used just a little bit of our top cream on my bicep muscles, and I'm telling you, within 25, the relief from that muscle pain was all better. So you just need a little. Our relief is 200 milligrams in a 15 ml jar, and it was a great relief to know that you don't have to take Motrin or Aleve or Tylenol or any over-the-counter pain medications to alleviate your pain when you can use a topical. Consider how the chosen delivery method impacts dosage. Well, the way that we talk about that is the word bioavailability refers to the actual amount of CBD that gets into your bloodstream. It's estimated that about 20 to 30% of CBD gets into the bloodstream when you use the drops. It's estimated that about 30 to 40% is in the bloodstream when you vape, about 5% if you eat a gummy, and about 98.7% when you talk about our nanotechnology. So, for example, consuming 25 milligrams of CBD in a sublingual drop, that means you place it underneath your tongue, is about 4 to 6 times the amount of CBD when you use a pill or a gum, 5 milligrams. Now, no matter what method you choose, it's important to understand if it's a very low dose, a very high, it won't give you the best chance of success. Meaning, if the dose is too low, you're not going to feel any effects at all. And if the dose is too high, which I see a lot of people using too high of a dose, then you may experience some undesirable results, nausea, or even a general worsening of the symptoms that you are trying to abate. So it's really important to figure out what that sweet spot is. So the recommendation to get to the optimal dose, so the recommendation that I always use in my practice is start low and start slow. What you want to do is you want to end up on the left half of the bell curve that you see in this picture. You want to start low and start slow until you find that optimal dose. You can also expect to need to make adjustments over time to remain in that optimal range. This is why experimentation is key. So now let's discuss some different methods that we use to find that optimal dose by each delivery method. So we'll talk about the tincture, that is placing the drop underneath the tongue. So there's no right way to determine that optimal dose, but here are a few methods that I use that really helps people to be successful. We're going to talk about microdosing. This is a great chart that I'm going to put on Wakanna for Life Facebook page. This is a chart that you can use. You can chart when you took the dose. You can chart the product you use. You can chart the amount or how many drops you use. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, you can, 10 being the worst severity of pain that you're trying to alleviate. And then you can then chart the relief level. So what is your pain or severity after the dose? And then you can chart the time you achieve that relief. So this is a great microdosing chart that you can use if you want to microdose. The other way of finding your sweet spot is decide on the number of milligrams of CBD you want to take. And there's a great chart that you can use And this chart is based on the severity of the condition and the size of the person. So you can look at your weight. Let's say you're 160 pounds, and the severity of arthritis is pretty severe. So that would put you at 27 milligrams a day of CBD. So once you've determined that target dose, then you got to figure out how many drops that is to get to that dosage. So we're going to talk about how many milligrams each drop is in our products. Again, I recommend starting low and starting slow. If you are new to CBD, you want to start about half of the suggested dose and then slowly increase until you get to that recommended dose every 3 to 4 days. So the right dosage, again, is different by person and product. We all metabolize CBD very differently, but this is a chart that you can use if you want to use a target serving size. The other way to find the sweet spot is actually following the instructions on our bottles. You can use our suggested recommendation. Let's look at our Wakanna powered by HEMPRANIUM. This is our product that is 500 milligrams. Each drop is 1.67 milligrams. So if you're looking at the chart and you're trying to figure out how many drops it would take to get to 27 milligrams, well, you know that each drop is 1.67 milligrams. So you can do the math on that. This product contains 0.3% of or less of THC. It is also infused, or we add peppermint, turmeric, and it's black seed, and it's in a carrier oil of MCT coconut. As you can see on the bottle, we recommend for mild conditions 6 drops a day, for moderate conditions 15 drops a day, or 30, or severe conditions 30 drops a day. So when you do the math, 30 drops a day will give you about 50 milligrams of CBD. Great about our endocannabinoid system is that we really don't need a lot of CBD. That's why I love microdosing. I love starting low and starting slow, because more is not better. Now, our Wakanna Power, our Black Power, or our tincture, or our baking, this is a product that is great because it is dual usage. You can use it as a tincture, meaning you can put it underneath your tongue, or you can bake with it. This product is 500 milligrams. It comes in a 15 ml bottle. Again, each drop is 1.67 milligrams. So you can do the math and figure out how many drops are good for you, or you can follow the recommended dosage on the bottle, which is for mild conditions, 6 drops a day, for moderate conditions, 15 drops a day, and for severe conditions, 30 drops a day. This particular product is great for those people who don't like any flavor in their CBD oil. That's why it only contains the CBD with 0.3% or less of THC and the carrier oil. It's great for baking because it doesn't have those extra flavors and ingredients. The next product is our Wakanna Power. Again, this is a water-soluble product. And what that means is that the product, the oil, is converted so that more bioavailable, as it has to not go through that first pass effect. So it doesn't have to go through the stomach. It doesn't have to be metabolized to the liver in order to hit the bloodstream. The water soluble is a product that you can use orally. You can place it in your water or your food, and it becomes bioavailable to the bloodstream very easily because of the conversion of the oil to a water-soluble particle. Each drop, again, still is 1.67 milligrams per drop, so that you can figure out if you want 27 milligrams that we showed in that example on a 160-pound person, you can figure out the math on how much you have to add to water, to food, to mocktails for someone who has a severe condition and is 160 pounds. Now, our Wakanna Nano HEMPRANIUM is going to be coming very soon. It will be available, but this is a product that is a nanotechnology, which means that the CBD molecule is, again, made more water soluble, so it's more bioavailable to the cells. It's 98.7% bioavailable to the cells. So you're talking about a product that truly is more available, so it's going to be definitely a product that is used for someone who, one, does not want the THC. Our nano removes the THC. Two, it's a product that has the additional essential oils like black seed, peppermint, and turmeric that address inflammation. And three, it's a great product for those who undergo random drug screens and don't THC in the product. This product, again, can be used by following the recommended dosage on the bottle. The recommended dosing is for mild conditions, 6 drops a day, for moderate conditions, 15 drops a day, and for severe conditions, 30 drops a day. Now, I recommend that you divide the dosage in an AM and a PM dosing schedule. So if it's 6 drops a day, then you should do 3 drops in the morning and 3 drops in the evening. Again, this product will be coming soon. It is a 300 milligram concentration in both a 5 ml and a 15 ml bottle, which equates to 1 milligram per drop. We see again our Wakanna Pure water soluble. This is an amazing product. Our water soluble product is 2,200 milligrams in a 15 ml bottle and 650 milligrams in a 5 ml bottle. That equates to 7.4 milligrams per drop. Again, depending on the severity, depending on the weight, you can either target specific, you can use the recommended dosage on the bottle, or you can microdose it. You can use just a little, 1 drop, wait 45 minutes. If the desired result is not apparent, then you can add another drop. But definitely with the Wakanna Pure water soluble, you just need 1 or 2 drops that you can place in your beverages, your food. And what I love about water soluble products, you can use them orally. That means that you don't have to place it underneath your tongue like a tincture. Let's talk about a different method delivery of vaping. Vaping is very, very popular. Getting the right dose when vaping, though, is harder than using it underneath the tongue. Vaping is different. You take maybe 1, maybe 2 hits at a time and then wait a few minutes. If you haven't gotten the relief that you want, then you can take another 1 or 2 hits until you do. So vaping is great, again, because it addresses acute issues, acute pain, acute anxiety, acute migraine, whatever it is. vaping's onset of action is within 30 to 60 seconds. Our vapes are 200 milligrams. They're a half ml cartridge. About our cartridges is that they are sealed, so you can't add anything to them. The physics of the coils are specific. They're specifically structured for our oil, so we don't want you to add anything. We're offering power vapes that contain 0.3% or less of THC, and our pure vapes that contain 0.0% THC. Again, 1 to 2 puffs is really all you need. I would wait 30, 45 minutes until you take another 1 or 2 puffs to make sure that, you don't overdo it. The other methods of delivery are gummies. We offer our gummies. And gummies, as I mentioned earlier, the bioavailability is much lower than vaping or using the tincture. But on the bright side, you don't have to figure out how many milligrams you're consuming, right? You know exactly from the package that our gummies are 25 milligrams. It's really important to know that when you're consuming gummies or capsules or anything that's consumed orally that is not water soluble, it's going to take about 45 minutes to an hour and sometimes 90 minutes to see an effect from a gummy. So start low, start slow. Take 1 gummy. We have gummies that contain 0.0% THC. The entire package, you'll get 4 in the 4 package. Our gummies are vegan, which I love. They don't have the extra sugar and all those toxic chemicals that you see in other gummies. They come in different flavors, and they're very, very affordable. Our power gummies, again, on the packages, it's labeled 25 milligrams. The THC is 1 milligram, again, under the 0.3% THC. Our power gummies are full spectrum. Again, use 1 gummy at a time. I would wait with these power gummies. The testimonies that we're getting from the power gummies are amazing. They're improving libido, they're improving pain, and they're really allowing people who have insomnia to sleep. So again, this is really our lineup. I think what's missing in this picture is our vape cartridges. But our power line, again, you see our water soluble that is powered by HEMPRANIUM, our power culinary oil, and then we have our Wakanna pure water soluble, our Wakanna pure HEMPRANIUM, which is coming soon, our power release topical cream, which is amazing. When I tell you that my biceps were on fire this morning, and just a little bit of that cream has taken that bicep strain away. We will also be offering the 20-count gummies in our power and our pure, as well as our half ml vape cartridge. So that is the end of my presentation. I'm going to open the lineup for questions.
Hi. First of all, I want to say congratulations to all of you. I think this is awesome. I'm late to the game. I am a physical therapist. I've been a physical therapist for 20 years, and I'm also a home care provider for therapy and a director of rehab. So I am very interested in the product and getting to learn how to become certified and all that stuff. So I just didn't know where I needed to start on that end, and then how to go about kind of getting some of the products as well, so that I know what I'm selling, what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. So we're excited because here at Wakanna, we really value education. You know, education is key. I recommend that you get back with the person who invited you to our group You get your product. I recommend that you come in with a full dispensary, because a full dispensary will allow you to have the certification. In fact, you'll get 2 certifications for a lot you can use and you can share with someone else. You'll get a full line of our products, and then you can immediately, as soon as you purchase that full dispensary, you can do the certification that we just completed last weekend. You can take the exam, you can get your certificate, you will then be able to really honestly feel comfortable about using and sharing the products with your family and your patients. And I think it's just a great program, because so many companies that offer CBD oil don't offer the education. And the education is key, because what you'll find is that you'll find people that you'll run into and they'll say, that CBD doesn't work. Well, it's probably because they didn't get the right dosage. They were probably way too low, and they didn't get the effects it's for. So truly it is an experimental thing that you have to find that sweet spot. And in my practice, I start patients low and I start slow, because you don't want someone to start too high and they're like, oh my God, this is horrible. I have I'm nauseated. I feel horrible. You want to make sure that they start low and start slow, so that you can get an amazing result for that person that they're looking for. And then there's so many options now that we have this water soluble. I mean, there's people who honestly don't like putting things underneath their tongue. No problem. Put it in your food. Put it in your water. Again, use the dosing chart, or you can use the recommended dosing on the bottle, or you can do microdosing. So there's so many ways that you can do the dosing. Let's not complicate this, guys. Don't make it complicated. It's not hard. Use 1 or 2 drops at a time, and you can increase that over 3 to 4 days, or you can simply follow the directions on the bottle, If it is something that isn't in 80s, we're talking about our elderly. Don't start them out with 30 drops a day. That's way too much, Start them off slow, start them off low. So we are excited to have you. The more you're educated about the product, the more you'll feel comfortable. And guess what? Your clients will really appreciate that you have taken that extra time to understand how this product works, how the dosing is formulated, and really they will appreciate that. And that's what sets us apart from all other companies that are out there. We really value education. We're serious about empowering each and every one of you about how to use this product effectively.
Well, congratulations again, and I am definitely going to do this and try to get started as soon as I can. And I look forward to hearing from you ladies again. And just thanks for doing the work. I appreciate it. And let's go for it. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Great.
If there's any other questions, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi, Lala. How are you? Is that Lala?
Yes, it is.
Okay. How are you?
Hi, Wakanna Nation. Okay, so I do have a question in regards to using multiple products at the same time. So, like, if somebody is using the cream, the pain relief topicals, and they are using the tincture, is that too much? The other thing I wanted to ask is about taking the products on a plane.
Okay. So let's address the first question. The first question is using multiple products. The great thing about the topical is that the topical is a power product. That means it contains 0.3% or less of THC. When you use topical products, they don't pass the blood-brain barrier, meaning that they are not able to pass into the brain. So with the topical, what you're getting is topically, just that, to that area of concentration. For example, I overdid it with the weights, and so my biceps are really sore today. So I used the topical cream, as well as I used the water soluble in my bottled water today. What you're doing is you're getting the relief in the area that is causing pain, inflammation, as well as when you use a water soluble or tincture, which is absolutely fine to do both at the same time. You're getting the product in the bloodstream, which is different from using the product and getting the product topically on an area that is affected with pain that you need relief from. So using the topical with the tincture or water soluble is absolutely fine. It's not too much. Using topically doesn't pass the blood-brain barrier, so you're actually local relief that you need on any part of your body that you're looking for relief from. You can even use the tincture underneath your tongue and the water soluble. You may be in an area where you are at lunch or at a dinner and you want to add it to your food, and that's perfectly fine. Each drop is 1.67 milligrams, or if you're using the NANO water soluble, that's 7.4 milligrams. And what's so good about really remembering 1.67 versus 7.4 is that you can actually calculate the total dosage that you're looking to consume in one day, okay? So if you're looking to consume, let's say 25 milligrams of a daily dose, then you know that maybe 2 drops of that 7.4, you're already at 14, and several more drops of the 1.67 will get you to 25 milligrams. So to dose out how many milligrams you want on a daily dose, you can actually target the amount based on that chart that I shared with you, that chart that has the severity of the medical condition and it has the person's weight. You can actually go to that chart and say, you know what, I've got severe pain, I'm 160 pounds, 27 milligrams is what I need on a daily dose. Now, the second part is carrying it on a plane. So carrying it on a plane, you want to make sure that you are using the protocol of TSA, making sure that it's in a Ziploc bag or whatever you need to have it in these days, or in containers. The gummies, again, you can put back. I've been to Africa, Bermuda, Bahamas, Jamaica, pretty much in all 50 states, and I've traveled with no issues with my product. I would definitely check some of the laws with TSA and ensure that you don't have too many liquids when you're doing it through a carry-on versus packing it in your suitcase. I think there was something on the news where a grandma was arrested or something in Disney World. So, you know, there's still very unclear laws in some states, but in 2018, Trump signed that hemp is legal in all 50 states. So I would definitely make sure that you're following the protocol with your liquid. And if you are, again, using the other edibles like the gummies, I would make sure that, everything is in Ziploc bags if you're doing carry-on. And then if you are, checking those bags, that you just pack as usual. Did I answer your question, Lala?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, I have one more. How would you discuss the vape cartridge with a person who is a consistent marijuana smoker and they're maybe confused, or they're looking for the vape cartridge to be like a supplement? I had that situation, so I'm just curious.
So you have a person that is using THC and they're smoking it, and they're wanting to use our cartridge for daily consumption.
For their enjoyment.
Okay. So a person that is smoking THC is definitely going to get a totally different experience when they use our vape pens. Our vape pens don't have the amount of THC that is found in products that are THC. So THC or marijuana strains will give you a percentage between upwards of 10% or more of THC. Our product has 0.3%, right? Very low, negligible amount. So what they're going to experience is all the benefits of CBD without the high. So they're going to be calm. They're going to be anxiety-free. They're going to be mellow. They're going to have reduction in pain and inflammation. They're going to get a great night's sleep, but without the high. So I have seen in my experience people who have smoked marijuana for years, when they start using CBD products, their cravings or desire for THC diminishes. Why? Because CBD is an antagonist to THC. It actually blocks the THC euphoria, and it gives that person all of the benefits that CBD has: anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, analgesia, helping with the mood, helping with sleep, all the receptors that we talk about that the endocannabinoid system has, they're going to see that. But it definitely will block their high. A lot of THC users will come to you and buy CBD because a lot of THC users use CBD to block their high or to bring their high down. So if they take too much of their THC, they actually use our products to bring them down. So it's a great marketing tool for those who are THC users, right? They use our CBD to really bring that THC effect way down when they take too much. Does that answer your question?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was saying, great. That really makes a lot of sense. I did tell him the other day that you really should be calm, because he said he was really trying to get high, and he used the entire cartridge. And so
you won't get high. You won't get
that's
high.
What I told him.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I said, but you should be real nice and calm right now.
Right. You should be real nice and calm. But if somebody is buying our products to get high, then they're at the wrong place. So if someone is wanting relief of inflammation and pain and anxiety and insomnia and all the other conditions that we see CBD assist with, glaucoma, psoriasis, kidney, liver, lung, teeth, seizure disorders, convulsions, that long list of conditions that we know CBD assists with, they're in the right place. But if they're trying to get high, then they need to, go elsewhere. You will not get high on our products.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I call them. Since you just went down the laundry list, I have another question in terms of branding and advertisement and promoting in our variation of ways that we're able to. Is it best to not, like you just named the list of areas that CBD is known to be a resource and a comfort? Is it best to not get into naming them? Because I've been very general with how I've been explaining.
It's good to be general, and it's always good to remind people that you cannot diagnose, make any claims of cure. All you can do is share with them the research that is easily accessible on the Google or any of your favorite search engines. And you can also, share with them if you have a personal story, or if you have a story of someone that is near and dear to you that has gotten relief from the product. But absolutely, the FDA does not allow us any claims to diagnose. You are not on the line. I'm a physician, but I'm not anyone in Wakanna's doctor. So you can't call me and use me as a person's physician. I'm not their physician. We recommend that if patients and clients and consumers are on multiple medications, if they're under a doctor's care, they really should let their physician know that they want to start using this oil. And they can go to their physician with our brochures. They can go to their physicians with articles. I know there was one sales affiliate I spoke to today in Texas, and I actually helped her client get some articles that when she sees her physician this week, that she can take her physician's article, because most physicians have never had any experience with CBD. A lot of them have never heard of CBD. And quite honestly, a lot of them are closed-minded. So you have to go with them with information that is, a lot of it's anecdotal, but there's over 22,000 peer-reviewed articles on CBD. There's a lot of information out there. And they just have to be willing and open-minded that, you want to try something that is safe, that is organic, that will assist you in getting off of so many medications, and quite honestly, something that's going to finally work to address your pain and inflammation or any other conditions that you're looking for this oil to help you with. So it's all about education. It's all about really being empowered with this information so you can take it to your physician or healthcare professionals. And you just have to pray that your physician is someone like I was. 2 years ago, I never heard of CBD. And instead of telling Melissa Boston absolutely no, I went and did my due diligence. I did my research. And when I did that and found out all of the medicinal properties that CBD had, I was sold. And so that's what I recommend that we do, and we continue to help people get on the other side of knowledge. Invite your physician on a call, on a Wednesday night call. Invite your physician to engage. That's what my recommendation is. Any other questions before we close it out? Well, great. If there's no other questions, I would invite all of you to seriously get back with the person that invited you. Whoever invited you tonight, I would hang up and call them immediately. order products, order your full dispensary, order your personal dispensary. By ordering a micro dispensary, it's a great way to get a percentage in a discount versus buying it retail, buying it in a larger amount as a full dispensary or a personal dispensary. You definitely get more bang for your buck. With the full dispensary, you get the education through Wakanna University. You get an opportunity to not only use the products personally, but share and to sell the products to others. I want to thank you again for your patience, but if you have any questions, you can email me at drritamac@yahoo.com. That's D-R, D as in David, R as in red, then my first name, Rita, R-I-T-A, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, C as in cat, @yahoo.com. Of course, whoever invited you on this call is going to get you plugged in on our Facebook page, Wakanna for Life. They're going to get you plugged into all of our calls, all of our meetings, as well as our local meeting, which is every Thursday at 7 p.m. at 10615 South Hofstad in Chicago, and every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. again, 10615 South Hofstad in Chicago. So have an amazing rest of your night. Have an amazing night. Good night. And we will see each and every one of you soon. Don't forget to hang up and to call the person who invited you so we can get you started. And welcome to Wakanna Nation.